a special message relayed by the Pleiadians. They're here among us now to help us lock in the new consciousness, lock in every cell of our body, the new timeline, the new codes, activating those codes within our DNA. They're here among us to protect us from the lower vibrational frequencies. They're here to show us what safety feels like. They're here to show us the way out of survival, because it is only an illusion. Pure presence. Pure presence is the way. Pure presence is what you truly are. Pure presence is what you came here to be. We think we are our thoughts. We think we are the deep programs that installed in our brains, but we now know the truth. We're now more grounded. We're now aware of the illusions. You are in the first wave. And this message, it's not coming to you as a coincidence, but as a confirmation of where you are on your journey. So let me know in the comments below that you are here as to affirm your presence. For others to see it. Because all that we need now to be able to anchor this new consciousness is to see each other in our light. Is to see ourselves in our light. And to reclaim the role as light beings that we came here to be and to do. Before we forgot during this reincarnation, you chose to be here on earth at this time. You chose to come here to help Earth ascend and make the shift. You knew that you were strong enough, capable enough to go through all of the lessons, all of the challenges, to be able to remember who you truly are and finally step into your mission, fulfill your role during this shift, anchoring a 5D consciousness into your own beings and so in the collective. Our body is our vessel. God is within you, within every cell of your body. God speaks through you. God experiences life through you. God sees the world through you. You chose to be here to experience God into form. You chose to be here to be the light. And as you chose to be the light, so you help others as well by showing what's possible. alone anymore on this journey. We're receiving protection from the Pleiadians with their frequency. We just needed to clear our vessel, our body, from the karma that was keeping us in lower density, in anchor to these lower dimensions. But now, once we have seen the truth, once we have chose to release, now the help is here to anchor our frequency, to protect our vibration. And what they're really asking us to do right now is to cast protection around you and upon you when you do your energy work, when you meditate, when you wake up in the morning, and before going to sleep. It is very important before going to sleep, because we can be subject to psychic attacks when we sleep, because we are the most vulnerable, because our conscious mind is not there present to protect us. We are protected, guided from the angelic realm and all of the other light beings across galaxies and dimensions that are here to help Earth ascend. We need not to worry or not to fear. Nothing can touch us, but we need to remind ourselves to tune in to this frequency and visualize a white light shield around you. I have also a meditation on my page for free that is a sovereignty meditation to reclaim your power, release of anything that no longer serves you, and cast protection around your energy field. If you feel called to it, go check it out. And we're asked to release any worries about the future based on older timelines. We're being asked to fully commit to the highest timeline that we are already stepping into, that we already have chosen. Reality is still catching up, but as we dissect our focus on plan B, C, D, E, F, we're giving our energy away. And that is the major energy leak that signals lack of self-trust. What we have been really anchoring inside ourselves lately is self-trust. We have been reclaiming our authority, our sovereignty over our own experience, and stopped listening to any pattern come in person that reflected these patterns coming from older timelines, where we were listening to advice that we didn't ask for, where we needed to receive some help that was control instead, that when we were told we were given something that was actually used to extract everything else from us. So we have been aware and letting go of these illusions, but right now, more than ever, we are being asked to anchor this self-trust through actions. And one of the main actions that we can do right now is to fully commit to our soul mission, to our own unique journey, and be proud of our own unique gift, and focus on all that you have done, all that you have achieved, because now is the moment to love yourself fully, to trust yourself fully, to anchor all of this unshakably. We have been in this hermit phase to be able to reconstruct our identity, to align to higher frequencies, and to release anything that wasn't not the highest truth. And as we are now being called little by little to return to open up a little bit more. Now for another week we're still shedding, but we have been noticing that some more connections or ideas of opening, of channeling our visions into matter is coming through. And as we align with this new energy, with this new frequency, we are being asked to step into our authority fully, to stop questioning our perception of reality. Now you know who you are, and it does not matter what other people's experience is. You're not here to explain yourself. You're not here to convince others that don't understand, because that is another leak of your own energy. You are here to fully own your truth. Your truth does not need validation. It does not need approval from anyone outside of yourself. And if you're catching yourself seeking approval, seeking validation to anchor, this is an illusion. What you're seeking is your own self-validation, your own self-trust. And how do you do that? By staying aligned and saying no to anything that is not in your highest good and in the highest good of everyone involved. In owning your truth so strongly that you can say no without overextending, over-explaining, or feeling bad about saying no, or having to emotionally take care of the people that get offended when you say no. Because the people that are aligned with you understand you and respect you and are honored that, and are grateful that you show them your boundaries. This is what I need, this is what I don't need, because that's what makes a relationship healthy and fulfilling. To be able to know oneself and the other person, so that you know where you stand, and it's easier to communicate and to relate. There's no misunderstanding, there's no confusion, there's no loss of power, and that's what makes a healthy relationship healthy. The presence of boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are expressions of your divinity, because they allow you to be who you are without having to lose yourself or give your power away. That automatically turns into an unhealthy situation for yourself and other people, because we are mirrors and we are one. So as you are in your power, you can only allow other people that are in your power, and say no to anything that isn't in alignment with your highest self. Be compassionate to yourself, especially if you catch yourself feeling guilty for saying no. If you catch yourself feeling frustrated about having over-explained, this is not a one-time process. You don't have to get it perfect the first time, but as you do, you notice, and it's a skill, it's a habit that you train day by day, lesson by lesson, test by test. And as you learn your lesson, the universe will present you other, not test, because the universe doesn't test you, the universe mirrors you. So it will present a situation that is similar and contains patterns from the old timeline, so that you can rewire your self-trust by saying no. So it will be exercises. And the reason why this happens is because now you have shifted timeline. The reason why you can see it is because you are on another frequency. Otherwise, you wouldn't have even been able to notice it, or it wouldn't have come into your awareness. It would have been normal. It would have passed unnoticed. And this is why in the past you found yourself in these situations, because you did not have the filter to be able, your body was not signaling danger, danger, this is, pay attention, this is not aligned with us, because it was aligned with the energy that you were embodying. And now as you shifted frequency, as you learned your lesson, you're presented these things and you're able to pick them up to keep rewiring and keep saying no and keep choosing yourself. And the more you choose yourself, the more you create this self-trust that it's going to be unshakable. And then the opinions of others, the reactions of others to you saying no, you don't care. You don't care because you know your truth, and it's embodied and is so embedded into your cells that your mind doesn't even ever question again if you relate to the old timeline or the new. So this is what you're doing, you're anchoring right now. And so this is why you can feel still sensitive, and this is why you might still feel that sense of guilt or still feel that, but the key is not judging yourself. The key is not being hard on yourself. The key is accepting and embracing and being actually grateful that you can notice it and just being aware of it. And as you bring it, as you are thankful for it to be into your awareness, you're able to shift it and change it. If you feel called to work with me, I have my programs linked below. I offer both a one-on-one session and different programs. One is a 3-month program for you to be able to align with your soul mission and step fully into your purpose. I'm not functioning as a coach to tell you what to do. I'm functioning as a guide to allow you to align with your own intuition and strengthen your self-trust. And so I just act as a mirror to keep you on the path, and you are the one doing the work. You are the one expressing your needs. You are the one that is going on a journey of self-discovery. I'm simply there as a presence to be able to support you in this self-discovery, because there's way too many programs out there that substitute themselves for your authority, and that's still the old pattern, and it makes you feel like you're broken, that you need fixing, that you're on this constant journey of healing, 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 when the truth is that the real healing is that this takes your self-trust away, and so it keeps you dependent and it keeps you in a lower timeline where you can be easily manipulated. But the truth is that we're here to remember who we truly are and to become more of ourselves. And so what we truly need is a safe mirror, a safe guide that listens to us and helps us understand ourselves, to stay on the path and to reclaim our power, to reclaim our authority, to follow our intuition. And that's what's so lacking out there. And the reason why I was called to do this work, because it saved my life. Because for 7 years, I kept self-sabotaging because I was looking for this kind of guidance to anchor my identity. But I kept finding the coaches that were trying to tell me how to live my life and what I had to do. And it was completely wrong and misaligned for who I was. So I did not need someone to wreck my authority more and more and create more gaslighting and more dependence on them. I needed my intuition and a guide that was there to hold a safe space for me to simply express myself, to simply have a point of anchoring where I could go to when I needed reassurance and guidance on, I feel this fear, I feel that fear, and they would mirror back to me, this is the old timeline. The highest timeline is where you reclaim your power. This is an illusion. This is not the truth. And so this is what I do, and I would love to help you with if you are in this transition. I also have a free mini course. It's a mini activation. It's a beautiful meditation that was actually channeled by the Pleiadians, and it will help you shift into the highest timeline through DNA activation codes and rewiring patterns through embodying the version of you, of the creator of your own experience and of your own life. And then there are also some body-based exercises and journaling practices as well. So feel free to check it out, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.